Good morning, Sam. Good morning. Food Forest Permaculture. Yes, I'm late. Oops, hang on a minute. I got to close. Oh, I'm not going to close it out. I'm going to keep an eye on these folks. They're being naughty. I hear them. I hear them moaning and complaining already. See.
Call it a day because we're going to go to June's.
Oh gosh, I'm lost now.
Everybody have a good day. Call me later after you get off. All right, I'll call you, Kevin.
Good morning.
I love you, man. Joe, DIY, I'm sorry, but we are heading out of here.
That's okay, DIY.
She could show up, but we're going to shut her down.
Okay, now then.
Thanks everybody for showing up.
Sorry folks, I got to move you a second for a minute because I'm kind of lost here. There we are.
Thank you for all your thoughts and prayers. It really does help.
There we go. I'm lost on screen. Good morning, Kathy. How are you, honey? Is that Kathy coping alone? Oh, you might have to remind me, honey. I can't. I'm a bit flustered this morning. I don't know what I'm doing. Help. Yes, that's right. I thought it was Kathy. I got it right. Yes. Good morning, Laura, honey. I am, keeping an eye on, Fireman there, trying to weasel out of doing his exercises. He's been bad. Oh, been missing you too, Laura. How are you? How are you doing? Hi, Joe DIY. Yep, I've just typed in their chat. What are you doing here? they're trying to a fireman. He's so bad. Good morning, Food Forest. It's so good to see you, Kevin. Good morning, honey. Thank you for coming on over. Go tell your brother I'm watching him. I can still see he's talking. He's gabbering away there. Oh, no, Laura. What's going on, honey? What's going on, sweetie? Walker Outdoors. Good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. Walker Outdoors says, I just wanted to stop in and show my support. Oh, thank you so much. I got up early and we are still dealing... Oh, you're still dealing with the floods? Oh, my gosh. Oh, gosh. It came up another foot. And you're getting better. Oh, please take care. Please be careful. Please take care and look after yourself. And we'll keep... Okay, there we go. So telling me very bad connection. Don't tell me that. Yeah, so Walker Outdoors, please, let everybody know that we're keeping you all in our prayers and that you all stay safe. I know what it's like. We came very close to flooding out here. We have a creek at the bottom of our house, of our garden, and oh my gosh, it was scary. It was a fraction of an inch from coming in the house, and I'm stood outside and I'm screaming, please stop raining. Iron Dog, welcome, you finally made it over. I saw you all in there. being naughty. Thought I couldn't keep an eye on you, didn't you? Thank you so much, Sam. You'll be very interested. The stuff that he does is really neat. I just absolutely love it. I found his channel the other day. Okay, I'm sitting comfy, swinging my legs, swinging my legs. See, I'm even exercising my legs while I'm sitting here. Yes, we do have eyes and ears everywhere. And talking of that is so funny because when I was a nanny, I had the I had the kids convinced that I was Mary Poppins' helper and that I had eyes in the back of my head. And they really believed me because they really believed me because whenever they were upstairs, whenever they had to go up for a nap or anything like that, I could hear when they got off their bed. And I would shout, "Back on your bed!" And they, "Oh, she really does have eyes in the back of her head. Oh!" Or if I was at the kitchen sink and I was washing dishes, I could see the dining room, the table where they had their lunch or their dinner. And I could tell when they were sticking I could see from the reflection when they were sticking their tongues out. And plus I remember what it's like being a kid when you're told off, and you're not happy, you go, and I would say to them, "And you can stick your tongue back in your mouth." Like, "Oh, she could see us." And then they come and they try and take a look and they go, "You don't have eyes in the back of your head." And I said, they go to sleep when you try and look for them though, so you will never find them. Oh, I had them convinced. Good morning, Jeanette, honey. It's so good to see you. Welcome. How is the snow? How are you doing over there with the snow? Laura Burrows, same stuff. I guess try that again. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. And lots of head pain from your head injury. Oh, and the tumor changing. So having an MRI and a few spells of losing consciousness, etc. Oh my Laura. Everybody, please keep Laura in your thoughts, your prayers, and send her lots of healing energy. You don't need to know exactly where she is because the universe is an amazing thing and it will send it all directly to her. Because she's having a pretty rough time right now. We don't need to know all the ins and outs of it all because, again, the universe knows. You just have to send up that energy and it'll go. We'll send it up with intent and it will go. Yep, fireman. I see you. I saw you over there trying to weasel out of coming over and doing some exercises. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you. Exactly, Kathy. Everybody struggles with something, and that's why we need to love and support each other. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your struggle is. Doesn't matter whether you think it's big or small. Doesn't matter whether it's physical or material or emotional. It doesn't matter. Struggle is struggle, and this is what I keep telling everybody. Struggle is struggle, and it doesn't matter whether it's big or small. It matters. And you cannot reduce or diminish what a person is going through because it's personal. Oh, I've got to turn that off because it's personal. Struggles are personal, and you really it's wrong to diminish what somebody is going through when you're not walking in their shoes. So that is why I will not stand for anyone saying, "Well, you're worse than me," or "I'm worse than you," or "so and so is worse than," or "there are other people that are worse off than." I won't because It doesn't matter at the time you're struggling, what other people are going through. It doesn't matter. It doesn't help you to have people harping on at you saying, well, there's starving children over in wherever. Doesn't help your situation. So anyway, that's my thing for the morning. I've got some rather exciting things to show you. I'm swinging my legs again. It's like being on a swing, especially if I take the brakes off. No, it won't do it on here. It needs to be on a wooden floor. If I swing my legs, it goes walking. My walker moves across the floor by itself. Oh, Kathy, that's wonderful. Kathy has a really nice garbage man who will go and get her garbage for her if she forgets to put it out. That's wonderful. Ours won't. They just drive them by. And if you're running out there with a trash bag, they'll just keep on driving. You end up running down the street with a trash bag going, hey, wait! Wait! Or you throw it in the neighbours over the road and to wait until they get their trash tomorrow. So they get their trash there for hours over the road. So, okay. Garbologist. I like that, Howie. I like that. Garbologist. Oh, mucker. Video keeps freezing here on YouTube. Yeah, that's some excuse there. Oh, mucker, that is just some excuse, I know. So, Laura says we must have the same trash man, June. Yep. Exactly, Sam, exactly. Sam says that's why I love the guys in June's room, and she means people at our community, because we really care, and that's true. That's true. Everybody does care. The messages that I get, the comments that I get on the video afterwards, it's I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna cry. I often sit here crying when I so if I don't. So some of you, when you give a really personal message or comment, if I don't respond to it straight away, if I just respond to it with a heart, that means that, any messages that I respond to with a heart, that means that I have read your message, and I really do read every single message. And there are some messages that I like to respond to or that need a personal response. And if I don't straight away, it's not that I don't care. It's just that I at that moment in time, I don't really know how to respond. And it's hard for me to type when I've got tears in my eyes. So, Pappy, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. So please know that if I don't respond, it's not that I'm not seeing your comments, or it's not that I'm not caring, because I do. I really do. Yeah, I did, Sam. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, I did. Go take a look. Yeah, I did. Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you. Well, I've had a few people ask me how I make, even though they've seen the video that I had done previously about making the tuna fish cakes. They still were, asking exactly how I made it. Ah, really, Sam? I'll have to check it out, Sam. because sometimes I heart things on say if I'm on my Chromebook, I heart things and then I come through to my laptop. There's a whole stream of them and it's like I just did them. So oh, thank you, Laura. No, don't do that, Sam. Don't do that. I'm gonna go check right now. I'm gonna go check right now, Sam. Don't you do that. Don't you start sulking in the corner over there. Mm-mm. I won't have it. You know I love you. You know I love you. Okay. Okay, which one was it on, Sam? You know what, Joe? They're very light as well. I mean, for all they looked like, for all they looked. Oh, okay. I didn't see it yet, Sam. Okay, honey. All right. Yeah, I didn't see it yet, sweetie. So I'll get it. I'll get it. Yeah, although they look like big portions, they are very light. So they don't sit heavy on your stomach, which is one of the problems I was having with. You know, is a pain in my stomach. Michelle, we were talking about you the other day. How are you, honey? And yeah, it was all good stuff. We were wondering how you were doing, and I'm sorry. I meant to send a message across, and I fell asleep. Sorry. I seem to be doing that an awful lot lately. When I finish the live stream, I go through, I feed the cats, I get myself another cup of tea, I come back through here. By then everything's finished uploading to YouTube off my phone. And I'll be standing here, well, I have to sit because I'm having to do more with my feet up than with my feet down or standing because the swelling in my legs. And I end up falling over asleep. Yeah, it's a nice one, isn't it? It's Christmas every day. Yes. Christmas every day. Oh, so happy. uh, yeah, so I will be working, and I'll end up falling over and sound asleep like this, and I wake up a few hours later, feeling very old. All right, Joe, you take it easy, honey, and hopefully the storm won't be too bad, sweetie. You take care. Okay, and Howie says, June, may I ask if I may buy a piece of your pottery, if you are so inclined? I will have to take a look, because it's funny you should mention that, because my husband and I were talking about, I have a couple of thousand molds left that I have to get rid of. So, and I know a lot of my stuff was stolen, but I know I still have some boxes down there. And there are some, most of it needs to be painted. So, over this next month, I will go through it and see what there is there, and then we can I guess I can have them here for a live stream for a week or so, and then I could go. We can go through the boxes and see what there is, and then each of you could decide which you would like. I would have to check on how much it would cost you for shipping. I know that the post office now has that those boxes where it's one price. It doesn't matter how much it weighs as long as it fits in the box. So we can sort something out. Yes, we could sort something out, and then once you've decided, on whichever piece you want, you can decide how much you would like to donate for it, and I could paint it up, and then once it's dry and because I can't fire it, but I can paint it up with acrylics, and then I can put a finish on it a seal on it, and a finish on it. You can either have it gloss or matte, and it will be waterproof. So we can go, that route if you want. It'll just take a little bit longer to get the pieces out, but at least they are fired, and it'll just need that they'll need painting, because there will be some points in the summer once it starts getting hot out. I'll be stuck inside the house. I won't be able to go out. So, you know, that'll give me something a bit more to do in the house. So yeah, we can go that route. We can check it. How much does a kiln cost? Depends on the size and depends on the type, Sam. The kilns that I have now, I have an absolute huge kiln. I would have to check it out because it looks like a ring was stolen off it. Because the large kilns come in sections. And I haven't really been in the garage since we brought a lot of the stuff home. So it all depends on the type of kiln, the size of the kiln. The ones that I have now, are kind of obsolete. They're old ones. They do have a kiln sitter on them. But the ones now are all digital. So once you set it, you don't need to go near it until it's completely finished firing. So, that is how we can work it that way. Little Dumpling, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. Linda's Safe Haven, good morning, honey. It is so good to see you. Welcome. So, I have a little bit of a surprise. Maybe we should do, because everybody's used to us doing the exercises around 7:30-ish. Ginny, good morning. You have 2 weddings this year? 2 of your sons are getting married? Oh, that is so exciting. That is so exciting. That really is so exciting. Wow. 2 weddings, two children. Oh, man. Can you live stream them, Ginny? Can we see them live streamed? Ah, thank you, Michelle. I just saw what I just scrolled back to see your message. Thank you, honey. Yeah, Sam's gonna be marrying old Grace. We're gonna marry off Sam and Grace. They'll be chasing each other around with a bat. Oh my gosh, Linda. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, honey. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh, you've got. Ginny has a wedding in August and one in September. She said she can't promise, but she will send some. Oh, yes. Thank you, Ginny. I know you can't promise, honey, but it'll be lovely if I can get to see some. I don't get to go to weddings and stuff that much. Yes, we do want a countdown, Sam. Let's have the countdown, please, girl. So Sam is going to give the countdown as to when, first of all, when Amy gets there, and then she will give us the countdown as to when Amy is going to get on the plane. And Linda's Safe Haven said, I told my daughter about you and showed her your video yesterday, and she thought you were amazing. Thank you so much, Linda. And tell your daughter thank you. I try my best. The robin's singing. Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. Oh, thank you, little dumpling. Yep, it's Christmas every day. Okay, so it's 12 days, 19 hours and 47 hours until Amy gets over into the UK to Sam, and it'll be 12 days, 8 hours and 17 minutes until she actually gets on the plane. Yes! It's so exciting. Oh, thank you so much, Linda. You know, it really does help me knowing that you know, everyone, there are some, not looking at anybody in particular, but there are some that you know, actually do exercise with me, or do look at the exercises, you know, afterwards, and work on them. Again, later on today or sometime this afternoon morning, I'll be uploading a fluid motion one, which is, you know, it's a little bit more strenuous for some of you. Not looking at anybody in particular. So, I know you don't do any exercises. You don't have to be sorry, oh Mucka, because I know. See, I know these things. I do. I know these things. And fireman too. And fireman. Oh, she's calling old. Oh, fireman. You know, you boys are really bad for telling on each other. You little tattletales. Little tattletales. Howie says, long day ahead, June. Wish you all the best that life can give. Peace and love to all you lovely folks. Thank you ever so much, Howie. You take care, honey. And you know that, you know, what I'm going to start doing, and what I'm going to do to the old videos, is I'm going to put a timestamp below down to where the exercises start. It might be detrimental to my watch time, but I know there are people that would rather see that and then go on from there. Then they can choose whether they want to watch the rest of it. Molly, darling, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. Mwah! Good morning, sweetie. How are you? Have a wonderful day, honey, and take care. Lydia says, I have a pain disorder and I was inactive and I am trying to get active again. Yes, the one thing with pain, I also too have, you know, a pain disorder. A lot of people don't know about that. The one thing with it is the more you baby it and the less you move, the worse it actually gets. Now, of course, there are some injuries that you have to kind of baby, You have to, be careful of. Um, but if your doctor recommends that you exercise and that you move, I mean, any doctor will tell you, yes, you can stretch. Any doctor will tell you that. Exactly, Dolly. Move it or lose it. Little Dumpling said she needs to get active again too. Yeah. And it does help, knowing that there are other people out there that are helping and doing it at the same time. Yep, body in motion. Exactly. Exactly, Little Dumpling. Yep, Linda's Safe Haven says yes, a doctor says to stay active. Okay. That being said, we are still working. We're doing our upper torso. We started that this week because I was off last week with my throat. Yes, no, don't run a don't run a marathon. Don't run a marathon. We're not up for that. Molly Dolly says I'm actively avoiding stretches. That's so funny. Oh, that is so funny. That is so funny. That is so funny. Iron Dog said I missed it. I was on the phone with my brother. No, you haven't missed it yet. You haven't missed it. We're just about to get going. Ironman. Iron Dog. Oh gosh, I'm getting you and Fireman mixed up together and it's all coming out in one word. Oh, the pain, the pain. These boys, it's just typical, isn't it? Just absolute typical. The pain, my what's it. Okay. That's wonderful, Ginny, yes, because it is really hard to sometimes to get to the gym just because there are some things that happen. Life happens. Life does happen. And Ginny says, on the days I don't train at the gym, I do what I can to exercise at home. And that is so important. Gomez Adams, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you and welcome. Everybody, please welcome Gomez into the fold. We have a lot of beautiful souls in our community. Everybody gets on well with each other. Sometimes they can be rather naughty in the things that they type. So I don't read all of them out. But yeah, they can be kind of naughty sometimes. Aha, Gomez Adams is a female. And she says it's her first time here and she thinks she recognizes a lot of people. Or a couple of people. That's wonderful, honey. Welcome. Welcome. You are welcome. Whether you're male, female, or in between, it doesn't matter. We welcome everybody with open arms. And Fireman said she should recognize me. Yep, Fireman gets all over the place. Yes, Sam, the boys are lightweights, exactly. The pain, the pain, the pain. We haven't even started yet. My goodness. Oh, that's wonderful, Fireman. So Gomez left an awesome comment on Fireman's channel. That's wonderful, honey. Speaking of which, I've been bad and I haven't been to your channel, so I have lately, and I have to do that. Iron Dog. Oh dear me. Oh. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, these men. We love our boys. Yes, exactly, Michelle. For Michelle, it's sleep time in Australia because they're so far ahead of us. It's actually they're in the future for us. Okay, so just saying. Oh dear, Iron Dog. What am I going to do with you boys, honestly? Linda's Safe Haven says it's coffee time there. Okay, so we're going to do a few stretches. We're not going to be too hard on you. I never am, although you do complain about the pain, the pain, the pain. Um, oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful, Gomez. Gomez Adams says Fireman did a live stream that kept me going for one more day of my life. It was beautiful. I'm so happy, honey. I'm so happy. And please, get in touch with anybody that you see, here, because they are every single one of them are beautiful souls. They are very caring people. And please reach out to anyone. Everyone, please, contact each other. Let each other know that you care. Even if it's just once a week or once a month, just to let them know that you're there and that you care. And if anybody's reaching out to you, try and respond as soon as you can. Because sometimes all it needs is just somebody to answer you back. All it needs is a bit of a conversation with somebody else that is maybe having some similar problems to what you're having. But please, Gomez Adams, don't ever feel that you can't reach out, because you can reach out to anyone in this community, and they will help you. And if that one person can't help, they will pass the message along within the community, and we'll all rally round and do what we can to help. Oh yeah, please tell Addie good morning. Fireman, tell your wife I said good morning. I'm sure she's there right now. Actually, no. Did you take her a cup of coffee yet? Oh gosh. Gomez Adams says it's 5:51 there and she can't sleep. I get it. I get it, honey. I'm running on 2.5 hours sleep myself right now. So, Iron Dog says Fireman keeps me going every day. He's my hero. He is. For all he moans and complains just as much as the next guy about exercising, he is a good guy. He really is a good guy. Oh, thank you, Linda. Linda's Safe Haven is saying, please reach out. I will be there as soon as I can. Thank you, honey. Oh, sweetie. Fireman says Godzilla is sleeping. Oh, dear me. A massage will message you. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear. Yes, that is so true, Laura. Laura is saying, I hear you, I haven't slept for nearly 3 days. The pain mixes with insomnia is rough. It is. It really is. I have a very, a doctor once asked me, how my sleep schedule is. Before I could say anything, my husband said, she doesn't have a sleep schedule. And the doctor looked at him and he says, honestly, she doesn't. He said, she seems to barely sleep, and yet here I am complaining that I sleep too much. Because I'll fall asleep. I'll be trying to work on the computer, or I'll be reading some recipes, or I'll be doing something, or trying to watch a program, or trying to watch some videos, or doing some research on the laptop. The next thing I know, I'm waking up and it's 3-4 hours later. And I'm like, oh man, I did it again. And I don't know I'm falling asleep most of the time. It's just out. So, yeah, Fireman says, yeah, neurological pain keeps me up. I feel you. Yeah. So, and Dog says, I slept once and I felt it was overrated. Yeah, I think we all have. There's one huge thing that there's two big things that we have in common. Here is the pain that we endure, throughout our day, and the lack of sleep. I think we all, that's something we can all really connect with right there. Yes, Fireman says, I refuse to let the stroke win. I am too stubborn. And that's another thing. I think most of us, although some days we have, those days that are rough days, and we curl up and, I still have days like that where, I start my day out okay, and then the next thing it's like, I'm not into it. I'm not into today. I'm not into it. I just can't. I can't. And I end up curled up on the bed. But then there's this stubbornness that creeps in that's, and it's like, I can't do this neither. I can't do this neither. So I get up and I go. And I've been very hard on myself for not being able to accomplish everything that I set myself during the day. And somebody told me that one thing accomplished throughout the day, when you're, struggling with something in your life, one thing accomplished throughout the day is a huge accomplishment. So what I've started doing is saying, yes, I got this accomplished today, and yes, I got that accomplished today. No matter how small it is, I might have washed 3 cups, but I washed 3 cups. I got something done. I accomplished something. So that's what I've started looking at, rather than I didn't get this done, and I didn't get that done, and I haven't done this, and I haven't done that, and I didn't even look at. So you got to accomplish whatever it is that you do during the day, no matter how small it is. Look at that at the end of the day and say, yes, I accomplished something today. Molly Dolly says, my insomnia is awful. The shift work messes her up. Yes. Our bodies have a natural rhythm to it, and we just weren't meant to be awake during nighttime hours. Our bodies don't like it. They really don't. They really don't. And everybody right now in the chat is saying that they can relate, they understand, they have the same thing, they go through something similar. So, yeah. Oh, Fireman. Oh, gosh. You all give me too much credit. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Fireman says, lost count of how many days I have laid in the bed, in fetal position in bed. Lots of days. And June gives me a reason to get up early. Thank you, honey. You all give me a reason to get up early. You all give me, well, not get up early. I wake up at 5 o'clock. Sometimes I will wake up 4 o'clock. But you all give me a reason to keep going, to not, just go back to bed and curl up for another few hours because nobody else is up. There's nothing that much I can do because I don't want to wake the dog or my husband up too early. So, Little Dumpling says, when I go out and do something, it takes 3 days to recuperate. Exactly, Little Dumpling. But the thing is, you manage to get out and do something. So then use those 3 days that you need to recuperate to maybe read something or, do something light that you can do while you're sat, while you're recuperating. Exactly, Iron Dog. I am somebody. Say it with me. I am somebody. And again, I am somebody. Who are you? I am somebody. Exactly, Iron Dog. Exactly. I love that one. And he says, that's Iron Dog's inspirational speak for the day. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Molly Dolly says, I have midnight to 10 a.m. shifts 6 days a week for the next 4 weeks. Oh, Molly Dolly. Oh, honey. That's rough. That is rough. That really is rough. Oof. Okay. So less of the jibber jabber. Less of the gabbing. Linda's Safe Haven says, I'm so young and not able to relate with anyone. How young is young, Linda? Yeah, she means with the health issues. Yep, she's 40. That's okay, Linda. I was in my... How old was I? I was in my 20s. I was in my 20s and I was walking around and I was saying, oh, I feel so bad for people that have arthritis. The pain that they must be going through. Oh, I feel so bad for arthritis. The pain they must be going through. Don't know how people with arthritis manage. They must go through an awful lot of pain because I was in a lot of pain. I was in pain with my spine. I was in pain with my joints. Then I had a full body scan done, a bone scan done with a radioisotope done. And every single joint and all my vertebrae and even around the nasal, where the cavity here, where the nasal cavity is, where the bone on your skull stops, even that lit up. And the doctor said to me, well, that's why you're in so much pain. Because you have arthritis everywhere. I was like, oh. And here I've been walking around feeling bad for all these people that have arthritis. So I had arthritis myself because I have lupus. So, it's we can relate, Linda. We can relate in this room, honey. So you really fit in well here with us because age, that's true, Ginny. Age doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter. When you're struggling, you're struggling. So, Gomez Adams says, I was born with a rare disease and I am the only one alive with it. It mimics many others and it's not because of my age or diet, etc. Ha. Okay, Gomez, what is the name of your disease? What is the diagnosis, I should say? iron dog is not 70. Oh, he's gonna whoop you, fireman. He's gonna whoop you. Ginny says, I'm 59 soon. That makes me feel better, Ginny. I was feeling bad about 57, being 57 soon. Sorry, I didn't mean it to come out that way. That sounded terrible, didn't it? I'm sorry, Ginny. Not that you're old or anything, but... Oh, my goodness me. Oh. Insert mouth, open foot. Open mouth, insert foot. I even got that wrong this morning. Oh, dear me. Little Dumpling said she had her son at the age of 32. And Lydia Safe Haven said she was told to stop working at 32. Yeah, I was told to stop working at one point. Nope, I didn't. I continued to keep going. Yes, it is hard to adjust. It really is hard to adjust. You have to find what you can to keep going. There's always there's something that you have to find, something that you can have interest in, and find it's something. Oh my gosh, Linda. Linda said it is hard because she worked as a nurse. And it's so hard to stop. Yes, I can imagine. Ginny says, you're fine, June. I never lied about my age. No, I never lied about my age. And just sometimes I kind of, tell them I'm 50 or something. Only because I don't want to be 50 something. When is my birthday? My birthday is in April. Okay, Gomez Adams says it's like having MS and fibromyalgia 10 times. Times 1,000, maybe more like 1,000,000. And she doesn't digest proteins. Ah, right. So it not only affects your joints and your muscles, but it also affects your internal organs. Is that right? So she's getting very ill quite lately. Mostly due to financial issues. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. She said she can't keep it under control and was healthier than anybody because of her diet. From arthritis to lesions on her brain, and then things turned around. And in a weekend, yeah. Once we find she lost everything she owned, including monetarily and family, in a weekend due to one or two wretched people who planned it out for 17 years. So it was very hard to fight. I'm so sorry, honey. Gomez Adams, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Yes, she said most diseases, I won't say were due to food, but yes, they are due to inflammation, and there are lots of foods out there that can aggravate the inflammatory response of the body. I think we can all relate to, the financial issues. Linda uh, Laura says, having doctors say you can't work at 24 and you have small children and divorced was not something I was willing to accept. Yep. It's so hard. That really is so hard. See, and I think this is why we all, you know, Gomez Adams says, sorry, it's so hard to get all of this out in short paragraphs. That's okay, honey. We understand. We know the problems with this typing thing. We get it, honey. We get it. She says she was very well off, healthy. Then very bad things happened and became very poor. And now my diet is changed. And she says I'm almost afraid that she will pass in her sleep. And she's at this point because she's going without because of lack of money. I can't get myself up and I don't have help due to what happened with her family and the damage done. Nope, that's okay, sweetie. She says I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to let everyone know what's going on with me, so I cannot talk about that. Because she doesn't really want to dwell on it. What she's trying to do is explain to everybody what's happening with her life and what's going on, so that as she integrates and gets used to us and we welcome her, further, more and more as she comes each day that she comes. Or if she reaches out to anyone, that she really doesn't want to dwell on the bad things. She wants to try and stay on focus on the positive stuff, because and helping others, because she knows how to help others, due to what she's been going through herself. And that's understandable, honey. I think a lot of us are in the same boat. We understand, talking about and mentioning what you're going through is not the same as moaning and complaining. It really isn't. So, it's okay, sweetie. It's okay. And, if there is ever a day that you feel like having a good moan and a complaint, you're welcome to. Because everybody needs it every once in a while. Everybody needs it once in a while. Gomez, do you work with the homeless people in Seattle? Gomez Adams said, I fed, clothed, and rehabbed close to 12,000 people a week in downtown Seattle. She helped people get back with their children, get in homes, you name it. She did it for 27 years. And then she had a car accident and had to stop. Yeah. After, it's very hard when you're used to being able to do things like that to suddenly come up and have to stop. It is hard. Grace, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. Grace says, hugs, June. I can't stay. I'm trying to get this internet to work better for me. That's okay, Grace. I know you were having problems yesterday, and I know everything is new right now. So hopefully you'll get it up and running. Laura says, Gomez, much love. I had to go without for very important medications due to money and suffering for it. So she understands. It's very helpful to help others because it ends up helping you. Exactly. I won't forget to squeeze those glutes, Grizz. We're just about to do it. We are just about to do it. Yeah, I figured you meant closed, Gomez. And Ginny says, I understand, Gomez. We welcome you just as you are. Exactly. She says, I have people accuse me of complaining all the time, and then I close them down. Good for you, Ginny. Good for you. Unless you are going through these things, nobody can understand. No, they can't. Dustin, good morning, honey. It is so good to see you. Oh, Dustin, bless your heart. Dustin says, hey guys, I just wanted to tell everybody in the lobby I love every one of y'all. We love you too, Dustin. We love you too, sweetie. All right, Linda. Linda says Linda's safe haven says I'm going to be listening for a while as I get ready for the day. That's okay. Linda, what I'm going to do is when I start the exercise, after the video's uploaded to YouTube, I'll put a timestamp in the description or in a comment below so that you can just jump straight to the stretches if you want, or you can do the fluid motion that I'm going to upload as well. Outdoor Air, good morning, honey. How are you? It's so good to see you. Welcome. I'm glad you came back. Yes. Oh, I do love everybody. I do love all my people. This community has such an amazing amount of different people from all walks of life, from different areas of the world, and you've all got beautiful souls that just shine so brightly. It's yes, it gives me the warm and fuzzies. It does. Fireman says, Gomez Adams, I know it's hard to find someone that understands what you are going through. Sometimes you just can't explain how you feel into words. Exactly, Fireman. Exactly. I struggle with that a lot. Gomez said, I graduated with a 6-year degree before high school. She says, I'm a geneticist, pediatric specialist, psychologist, naturopathic medicine. Ooh, that's a mouthful. And preschool through high school teacher. So I have 8-year degrees and 2 6-year degrees, but there was an overlap, so they're kind of all 8-year degrees, but I never practiced any of them because she's too sensitive. That I can understand. Gomez. That I can really understand that. I'm very sensitive. I didn't go through college. I graduated high school at the age of 16. Because that's the age that you graduate over in the UK, where the schools are ahead. And sometimes I have trouble speaking. Like right now, I can't get my words out. And that's due to lack of oxygen. Well, you probably understand that. Due to lack of oxygen and the problems that I've had, I have problems sometimes getting my words out and getting the what I've got in my brain out through my mouth. You know what, Dustin? That's okay. people, I don't think it's because of your video, honey. Dustin said last night I did a video of me in a skirt and telling all the women and girls or men it will be a jean skirt summer. I lost 2 followers on my channel. I hoped up to 238 of my channel. Sometimes, you see, Dustin likes to wear denim skirts, and especially throughout the summer months. And what they are the denim skirts. They're jeans that are made into skirts. Why not? The Scots wear kilts, for heaven's sakes. And if he feels more comfortable in a denim skirt, then exactly, Ginny. Men in Scotland wear skirts, so what is the problem? Exactly. That's what I told him. That's what I told him. Oh, Gomez, honey. Oh. Outdoor Air did a video and lost 5 subs. I don't think it's to do with your videos. I think it's a lot of it is to do with the analytics. I think there's a glitch going on because within a few hours mine has varied drastically. Between 10 and 15 subs. I mean, 1 minute I'm 1,009, and the next minute, I'm down to 991. And that all within a matter of a couple of hours. So I think a lot of it is to do with the what's going on, the analytics and all that kind of stuff. Adam Gomez says it was just good to try and tell people what's going on because I've lost everyone, and she said she's feeling a bit suicidal. And that is what the family member had in mind and said they won't stop tormenting me till I kill myself or die. That's awful, Gomez. Whereabouts are you, Adam Gomez? Are you in the United States? If you are, what state are you in? Cause I'm trying to. Exactly, fireman. Clothing does not need to be gender specific. And fireman says, I've been down that road myself. Adam Gomez. Yeah. If you have a suicide hotline where you are, would you feel comfortable calling them? Adam Gomez? Okay. Laura says, Gomez, I was told the exact same thing and it hurts like hell. But don't give up and let that person have that kind of power over you. Gomez Adams says they are horrible. It's a bunch of poorly trained children. That one time I called and she says, well, we've been on here for 3 minutes. What is it you want me to do? They are horrible. Oh, she's talking about the suicide hotline. I am so sorry, honey. That's not how it should be. And Fireman says suicide hotline didn't do much for him personally. He said what helped was Facebook anxiety and depression groups. He said people feeling bad can vent to each other. Exactly. And Ginny said, Gomez, I know you just joined us, but I would miss you if you disappeared from us. You came here for a lot of the same reasons we did, and I haven't been here long myself. Yes, exactly. Ginny, we would miss her. And Laura also says the same thing. Sadly, I have not had good luck with a hotline. Yes, exactly. Fireman says sometimes all it takes is someone that will listen or interact with the other person feeling the same way. Oh, Iron Dog said they put him on hold. Oh my God. Well, this is not a video. This is not a video that because this is one thing that YouTube has been talking about. Maybe I won't upload this video afterwards. Not that anybody has done anything wrong. It's just that no. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Nobody be sorry. No. I'm not worried about that. What I'm concerned is I don't want YouTube jumping all over people because they're not happy with the suicide hotline, because that's one thing that YouTube is saying, that they're, the self-harm, they're trying to prevent that, and one of the things that they're doing is working with suicide hotlines. That's why I brought it up. And obviously, people, there's enough of you in here that have had, not good results with a suicide hotline. Yes, Linda, good idea. I'll put the video private so that all of you here will actually have a link to it, and you'll be able to come back to it if you need to. Gomez Adams said, I just lost all my friends at the same time, and I'm used to being surrounded by thousands. Yes. So to go from thousands to nobody is really tough. It is. It doesn't matter how many friends you have. I mean, you can have 2, you can have 1, you can have 100, you can have thousands. But when they all just disappear, when they all drop off the face of the earth, when they all suddenly go, not talking to you, it hurts. It really hurts. Ginny says, no problem, Gomez. I am in Utah. Where are you? She's in Seattle. Ghost, good morning, honey. Thank you for stopping in. I am doing good. We are having a very good conversation right now. Gomez Adams is in need of support, and that is what we are doing. We are lending an ear to her, and we are giving her some support. She said you can put this on, just don't put on the comments. Yeah, I think I need to go and check that. I need to check that. Laura says, Gomez, you are vulnerable and I care greatly about what happens to you. I know the pain you feel. It just... Gomez Adams says, I am highly educated in the psychological. I'm highly educated. I'm a psychologist. It's really hard when somebody's talking to you that you feel like you need to help them. Yes. Yes. I get it. I get it. I get it. Thank you, Ghost. Thank you. Very impressive dancing. Oh, I don't think so. Not like when I was younger. Oh my gosh, I could dance then. I would dance everybody off the dance floor. Tiger, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. Mwah. I'm glad you were able to make it this morning. We're having a discussion with Gomez Adams right now. She's in need of an ear. Peter, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Iron Dog says, I thought she was 18 again when she was dancing. Oh, no. Oh, no, nothing like when I was. Ginny Bullock says, whenever any of you are having a bad time, wrap yourself up in your favorite blanket and consider it a huge hug from her. Thank you, Ginny. Thank you. Adam Gomez says, my main friends passed away. My actual close friends. Then I lost all of the people that I considered my clients downtown and that I couldn't work. My other 3 friends moved to other states alone. It is hard. That is true, William. William says sometimes depression teaches us who our true friends are. And it is, it's Ghost says, I have training in martial arts but not dancing. You know, dancing can be very similar to martial arts. You can keep it going. You can keep it going. Gomez Adams says, okay, I need to stop. I did not come here to take over a show. I didn't even know where I was going. I just saw a live and went there. Like I said, it's my first time here. Well, honey, obviously there was a reason why you came here. I'm a great believer in that the universe at our greatest time of need directs us somehow without our knowledge to where we need to be at the right time. And obviously You know, you have a great need. We are here for you, honey. You haven't taken over the show. Um, we don't really have a set, you know, what's my word? Not menu. We don't have a set itinerary as to how, all right, Tiger Honey, you just get home from work. We don't have a set itinerary as to what we do, you know, during the time that we're live. It's whatever flows. And obviously you're in need, and of it, it's a natural flow, and you are more than welcome to please, you know, come back. I'm here 7 a.m., well, between 7 a.m. and 7:15 a.m. Central Time every day. And if you connect with others in the room, you know, they'll be there for you at any time you need, sweetie. I mean, you are more than welcome to you know, stop by here. Yeah, and Fireman said, look for the anxiety and depression groups on Facebook. You see me on them, hit them up. Hit him up. Exactly. Ginny says, I agree, June. You will never find pity here. Only compassion and understanding and love. Exactly. All right, Iron Dog. You take care, honey. You take care, Iron Dog. Give your wife a hug for us. Please give Kathy a hug for us. Biggies, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. How are you? Fireman says you're not going anywhere. You need to stretch. I'm telling, Iron Dog, I'm telling. Gomez Adams says, no, there's nothing embarrassing here. We laugh and we joke a lot. You know, it's been a tough few days for you know, for the group. Um, it is good to see you too, Biggies. It is good to see you too, honey. Um, please don't feel embarrassed. We've all, you know, I'm losing my words. We are a caring group. We are, um, yeah. You see, I know Iron Dog does. I know Iron Dog does because Mrs. Iron Dog told me so. Mrs. Iron Dog told me. Iron Dog says I'm gonna have to stretch for the toilet paper. Oh my gosh. Yes, exactly, Fireman. Fireman said, you know, Adam Gomez. Gomez Adams, please don't feel like that. You know, lots of us have been down this road. Yes, we have. And we really are truly here for each other. Um, and as Ginny said, you won't find pity, but you will find, you know, compassion, understanding, and love. And you can always reach out to any of them, or to any of us, I should say. You can always reach out. Yes, Ginny has a very nice saying that I like, and I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. She said, like I said the other day, in times of trouble and trials, remember it came to pass, not to stay. Or it came to pass, not stay. Yeah, biggies, but you know, sometimes we have to have an outlet. Um, Crying about pain, no, it's not going to fix it, but sometimes need to have that outlet. You can't bottle it up. Um, Believe me, there are times I've got tears rolling down my eyes. You know, it's just the way that it is. I understand that, Gomez Adams. Gomez Adams says I'm on a 10-year run with the big problems right now, and that's why I'm getting so worn out and getting so much sicker. Yes. Unfortunately, that's the way it works. As the more tired you get, the more worn down you get, be it physically or emotionally, it does affect your health, and it affects your health big time. If there's anything that we can do to help, Gomez Adams, you know, please let us know, and we'll try our best to do whatever we can. Anyway, I'm going to show you all something. You know, you all know I use quinoa a lot. You see in my videos. So, my husband bought some that was organic, non-GMO, yada, 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 but yada, yada. So, I threw some in this little cuppy thing and put a drop of water in and put the lid on and sat it on the windowsill 2 days ago just to see what would happen. And I don't know if you can see that, but they've all started growing. They've started growing. Yes! I'm so excited. So I'm going to plant them and hopefully grow my own quinoa. Gomez Adams said, do you think that having one of those GoFundMe is a silly thing to do when you are stuck in a hole and need money to get out of it? No, I don't. And I would not use GoFundMe. I would use, I'm going to type it in here. This is the one I use. Oh, a stupid spell trick. Okay, thank you. Okay. Ow! Okay, I'm going to try this again. Ah! I will get this in a minute. Okay. Oh, I'm telling you. I have a spell checker thingy, and if it doesn't like the way something's spelt, it removes it. This is driving me nuts. Okay, let me go find the I'll post the link. With you caring, there is no fees. There are no limitations. There are no dates. There's no. I just find it so much better to use. Whereas with GoFundMe, it has limitations, it has dates and stuff like that. Um, okay, there's the link. Read the link on, read the not GoFundMe, read the You Caring, and compare it to the GoFundMe, and see which one that you like. Um, Ghost Gamer says, thank you so much, June, for supporting my streams. It's always a true pleasure and how. Oh, honey, you are so welcome. Thank you for stopping in. I mean, it's early, and I know that you're often up very late. So thank you. It's always an honor and a pleasure to have you when you stop in. You know, it's what we got to do. We got to do. We got to support each other. We just got to do. So, it's my pleasure too, honey. It's my pleasure too, because I don't get to play those games. I can't anymore because my brain doesn't work right like that anymore. But it's just so fun to see them. Okay, Gomez Adams says she's trying to go off-grid and I need a little bit of funding or I'm going to lose everything I have in storage and I need some food money because I'm not getting enough. Okay? Yes, definitely take a look at You Caring and compare it with the GoFundMe, and decide which one that you would like. There is a community of people on YouTube. Oh, socially obscure. Hi, honey. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I love you too. I love you too. I love your family too. Thank you. Social. Okay. Socially obscure. Ford Van Man, which is FVM, are the same people. Gomez Adams, you might want to talk to them about going off grid. Go take a look at their channel. Let me pull it up for you. Should I put up your main channel, Ford Van Man? Socially obscure. It's obscure. Because they go off grid. Can you drive? Can you drive? Gomez. Adams Gomez. Because this is one thing that I would do if I was able to. There's two groups. There's Okay, Sam, I've lost the homesteading. There's a group of movement of homesteaders. Oh gosh, and I've gone way past. I'm looking for F, June. F. And then there's also another group of people that live, they're nomads. They live, they live in their vehicles. And this one that I'm putting up now is he's a wonderful guy. He's married, him and his wife. They might be able to help you. She said, okay, Gomez Adams says, I know how to live off grid. I just need the money to be in better shape to get back to it. Then perfect. She said, yes, she can drive, but her car was taken though. with all of her belongings and millions of dollars worth of antiques. Oh, honey, I am so sorry. Well, yeah, I know, I know. Socially Obscure says, I'm not nomad. I'm just a weekend warrior. I know, honey. I just equate you to the nomadic life because, because of your weekend warrior. I know. I'm sorry. I guess I shouldn't do that, but you know how to do it. You know how to do it in a vehicle. Let's put it that way. Um, he says, Social Obscure says, I hang there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Gomez Adams says, I'm 53. I need to plant my feet and have a huge garden. Aha, yes. And my foster and adopted children that I will be taking in, who want to do the same, they can choose. At 10 years old, they can choose who they want to live with. Well, that's a great idea. That's wonderful, Gomez Adams. You know what? Put that when you set up your crowd. It's called crowdfunding. When you set up your crowdfunding account, add that into the description. Somehow word that last comment that you just made. Somehow word that into your description, along with the fact that you need to get back on your feet and get well again, in order to She says they took my house that I had owned since I was 16, and they had took my parents and let them die. Oh my gosh, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's just not right. It's makes me so angry. Yes. Exactly, Gomez Adams is saying that education is not the answer to everything, and that is so true. I know people that just talk about education, 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 and there are some situations that education is just not going to get you in the right place. It really isn't. And yes, honey, I do have a Facebook. So if you want to connect to me on Facebook, you can do. Gomez Azam said, if I don't shut up, I will never will, and I feel like I've taken up enough of today, so I will spread this out a little, but I think you get to know me. Get to know me enough now. So she said, let's just get on with it and go to the others. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. Tell you what we'll do is we'll do some stretching, and then if you all want to go, there are other live streams on. If you want to go there, we can do. If you want to stay here and talk, we can do. It's all up to you. But we'll start with a few stretching. Lil Dumpling says, okay, I need to get ready and go out. It was a pleasure this morning. I hope everyone has a good weekend. And you too, Lil Dumpling. Thank you ever so much for stopping by, honey. And hopefully you'll be able to join us again. And now you know that we're here 7 a.m. Even over the weekend, we're here 7 a.m. Sundays, you most often find me sitting in my bed with a cup of tea. Because it's Sunday morning. And that's what Sunday morning is for. So, have a wonderful day, honey. And have a good weekend. And hopefully we'll see you over the weekend. If not, hopefully we'll see you today. Adam Gomez says, I'm going to watch and listen. I might make a comment here and there. That's okay, honey. That is fine. Oh, the other thing I want to show you all is I was going to do some cooking yesterday, and we had some sweet potatoes left over from Christmas. Oh, actually, no, New Year's Day. And I thought I better cook them up. So I went to get the sweet potatoes, and can you see that? It's growing. My sweet potatoes growing. Now I've never grown sweet potatoes before, so this is going to be added to my collection of experiments that I'm doing on growing food in different media and inside and outside as well as outside. So it's going to be pretty cool, huh? I love it. I just love it. I just love it. But it's really neat. I love how the leaves are like fanning out. Can you see that? That's pretty cool. So anyway, so yeah, isn't it neat, Tiger? That's a sweet potato, and it's growing. It's sprouting. So I'm going to be planting that and see what happens to it. I've never grown sweet potatoes before, so we'll see what happens. I took my husband out into the garden the other day, and we went and I showed him the area that I want to put some raised beds in to grow some things outside, and I'll be growing some stuff on the deck, as well as, you know, still experimenting with what I can grow in my room. Yes! So I've got a couple of pea pods, but they're not doing so well. Oh, Adam Gomez says I have a wooden box that my cooking wines and sherries and things like that are sitting on. And it has a sweet potato from Thanksgiving that never happened. And they're growing out of the box. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Throw them in a bag or something. Throw some dirt in a bag or something. You know. Puppy Breath, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. Nope, you're not late. We're just kind of getting started. We've done nothing but gab this morning, so we are about to get started anyway. We're going to do a few quick exercises, some stretches, and then we'll go from there as to what we're going to do. So, but yeah, we've been having fun. And did you see my potato? This is my sweet potato. This is from New Year's Day. I was gonna I figured I better you know, cook it before it goes off, but it's growing. So I can't cook it. I'm gonna be planting it. Yeah, it is an ecosystem, isn't it? And talking about an ecosystem, I use quinoa a lot, and my husband bought some non-GMO organic yada 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 quinoa, and I thought, I wonder what will happen if I throw some in a, you know, one of these little cuppies and a spot of water, and look, I don't know if you can see, they're actually sprouting, they're growing. So I'm going to be growing my own quinoa too. Yes, and alien potatoes. Alien potatoes, exactly. Tiger says she used to have an eggplant and okra in her house garden when she was younger. Oh, eggplant. Oh my gosh, I love eggplant. Zucchini, squash. Yep. Yeah. Gomez Adams said she's got a box that she's got some potatoes in, sweet potatoes in from Thanksgiving. And she said it's growing out of the box. So now she says, maybe when I finally open it, I'll have a crop. You just might. You just might, Gomez Adams. You just might. And Ginny said she had some potatoes that got lost in the corner of a dark cupboard. And when she cleaned it out, she said she had her kids pulling everything out when they were small. When they were small, and she said that the potatoes had sprouted like crazy, and her kids called them alien potatoes. It's funny. Yep, yep. And I'm also going to amaranth is pretty supposed to be pretty easy to grow, so I'm gonna try and grow some amaranth too. Yeah, the quinoa is sprouting. Isn't that amazing? How to get the seeds from the plant? Well, when the seed goes to flower, you then once the plant grows, it goes to flower, and then when it's finished flowering, it produces seeds, and it'll produce these seed bundles or seed heads. So once they dry, now the trick is going to be to keep the birds off them. And once they dry, you'll be able to get the seeds of the quinoa seeds off the plant. Yes, I will look it up on YouTube, Gomez Adams, because I know there are a lot of people that have sweet potato, that grow sweet potato. I know there are quite a few of them. Okay, you only plant the slips and not the whole potato in the ground. Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. Wow. It's a bit more, bit more than what I'm used to doing. Gomez Adams said she grew about 50 pounds last summer out of a sprouted yellow butter potato. Oh, she said she threw them into some leaves and dirt in a pot on the deck, and then dumped it out, and there was 50 pounds of them. Wow, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Oh, that's okay, old mucker. I figured you were busy, honey. I figured you were busy. Look up microgreens. They're really easy to do, and you don't need light, and you can eat them. You can eat some types for days, some types about 7 days. It depends. And it's almost free fruit if you learn how. Exactly. Well, I use a lot of quinoa in my diet, as well as I use a lot of amaranth too. So I figure, seeing as how these are sprouting and they're non-GMO, then they should grow. So I'm going to grow them and see what happens. Lee, honey, good morning. How are you? It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. Ginny said I tried to make a compost bin. Threw some rotten taters in, and came spring, they came up. She said I didn't know what it was. Taters can be pretty amazing. They really can. She says I dug them up and found the shriveled up taters. Oh dear me. Adam Gomez says, unfortunately, sweet potatoes have such a long growing season, and you have to have really hot weather. Yeah, we have really hot weather here. I'm in Kansas. Yeah, it needs to have a long growing season. I understand, honey. I'm in Kansas, but I have this little area just below. We have a safe south-facing house, so we get sun all day long. Um, and there is a little area just below. In fact, I'm going to be editing a video today that I'm going to put up, and I'll be showing the area of where I want to put the raised bed garden. It's even during winter, it very rarely gets any snow, and if it gets any snow, the snow doesn't stay because the way the sun bounces off the house, it's a little corner there. It's well protected, and it that has its own little ecosystem right there. And I haven't yet found the ground freeze there, but I'm not thinking of actually growing in the ground. I want to do a raise because we do actually have moles there, so I'm gonna have to be treat. I haven't been working in the garden. I usually treat the garden for moles. Um, I use cod liver oil, and what do I use? Not cod liver oil. Oh gosh, my brain. What is it that I usually use? Oh, it's a plant. It's a plant. I'm struggling. My brain's gone numb. Um, well, it's an no, not coconut oil. Castor oil. Castor oil. Now, if I could, I could order some castor oil. No, not yet. Not yet. Because of the moles. We got a real big problem of moles. I had started with my garden further away from the house, but I had trouble with the neighbours stealing stuff, and yes, they even stole my plants. So now that all that's calmed down, I want to do actual raised beds, but I use a solution of castor oil, cayenne pepper, garlic, and onion, and I spray that over the lawn, and it keeps the moles down because they don't like it whatsoever. But I haven't been out in the garden for working in the garden. It must be for 9 years, 10 years, maybe longer. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, do it in a deep flat. That's a good idea. Yeah, I can do that. Because we have a stack of wood out there that needs to be used up. But yeah, that deep flat, that would be a good idea. Yeah, I could do that. I'll look it up and see how deep it needs to be. Even in a gunny sack. Hey, Carrie, good morning, honey. It's so good to see you. We're talking about gardening right now. Yes, the solution will help with insects too. Yeah, it does help with insects too. Add a couple of drops of dish detergent, Dawn dish detergent, and I say Dawn because that's eco-friendly. And when you spray it early morning before your beneficial insects are, because the non-beneficial insects come out earlier than the beneficial insects because they like to lie there in wait for when the beneficial insects come out. So yes, neem oil works as well. Neem oil works as well. Yes. Oh, and it stinks. Oh, it stinks. It stinks something horrible. It really does stink. It stinks. I need to get some more because that got stolen. Oh, it's so annoying. Ginny says we have a place here in the valley called Red Butte Garden. And she says, I love it there on warm days. I sit in the herb garden. Oh, I bet that smells gorgeous. Oh. Now, see, I can't, I'm terrible. When I, when I go to the doctor's, they have these planters outside with these flowers in and what have you. Me, I go and I clip off cuttings. Or if I see any of them that have seed heads, I take the seed heads because I want to see if I can get them growing. Sometimes they'll grow, but they don't last long. So, because they're obviously, genetically altered. Neem leaves help with the chicken pox. Yeah, I didn't know that, honey, but oh, it stinks. It really does stink. So, okay, let's do some stretching. We got to do some stretching, so we'll do some quick, easy stretching. We're just going to do the upper torso. And then I can link it because I know this. I haven't done any for a couple of days. Oh, it's so bad. Okay, I have to take this off. Oh. Because I've got to get my feet up because the fluid is building back up again. Oh, I can't bend my toes. That's not good. Okay. Oh, I do that too. Ginny says my mom picks up broken parts of plants at the local garden centre and tries to pay for them and takes them home and starts them. Yep, I've done that too. They look at me like I'm nuts. They really do. They look at me like I'm nuts. Milk crates. Good idea. Good idea. We're going to be going to the thrift store. There's a place called the City Thrift Store. It's about an hour away, but it's a huge place. And I'm going to be looking around there, for things with the thought of planting things in milk crates. That's a good idea. Okay, we're just going to do a couple of easy stretches. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Do you brush your teeth with neem? Boy, you're brave. Gomez Adams says I brush my teeth with it. And she says I know it stinks. She has the raw kind from India. Oh, that must be strong. She said, and you don't get used to it. Whoa. Yes, Ginny, she does. She's a naturopath. Was it a naturopath? Do I remember that correctly? Gomez Adams. Wow. And Tiger says neem don't stink as bad as the oil. Yeah, that's a good idea, Ginny. That's a good idea, Ginny. For Adam Gomez to share her knowledge on her channel. That's something she would like to do. It's something for her to think about. Okay, let's do a couple of stretches here. I'm going to do a few stretches. Okay, we're going to start. Put your arms shoulder height out in front of you. And just hold them there. But try and stretch your fingers out. Try and stretch as far forward as you can. Just hold. Sometimes this is difficult for people to do. And remember, you got to sit tall, you got to stand tall. And this is something that you can also do while you are lying down. So there's no excuse to not do this. And squeeze those glutes while you're doing it. Come on, you got to squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then relax. And then relax. And again, bring your arms up, shoulder height, out in front of you. Hold. Lengthen your torso. Imagine that you have a piece of string from your tummy button going out through your spine and somebody's pulling on it. So they're pulling your tummy button in towards your spine, and that will help your core muscles and your tummy muscles. And squeeze those glutes while you're doing it. And then relax. You know, you got to help your old people sag that's starting back there. You got to stop it. You know, it's or that pancake shape that's starting to go on. You know, some of us get the old people sag, some of us get the old pancake, shape that starts happening back there. It's pretty scary if you walk past the mirror while you're, in the nude. It's like, ooh. And again, raise your arms up, shoulder height, hold. Try and reach for the wall or the ceiling if you lay down in front of you. Squeeze those glutes and separate the bottom of your rib cage from your hips. Help your intestinal tract to keep going. And relax. I just saw that. Puppy Breast said the old people sag of the pancake. I'm twice blessed. Try not to be jealous now. Ginny says cover the mirror. Gomez says, well, when I get well enough, I will probably start a channel on some things because I am well schooled. I think you really should. I think you'll do wonderful, Gomez. I really do. Well, we can always learn. We can always keep learning. That's one thing that's, it is important, is to keep learning. Okay. Okay, the next one. You're going to raise your right arm. Then you're going to bring it across your body towards your left. Now, this is kind of difficult for me because I keep getting frozen shoulder. But this is something that, we really need to try and keep your shoulders down. That's a habit I have, because I breathe with everything that I've got, including and I've just got another brain fart. Including the muscles in my neck, I breathe with my shoulders. Instead of just relying on my diaphragm, I can't anymore. So I tend to use everything, and I tend to be like this a lot too. So try and be conscious of your shoulders and keep your shoulders down and keep them straight. Okay, raise your right arm and bring it slowly across to your left. Shoulder height, and if you need to, you can use your left arm to support, just to hold it there in place. Don't push it any further that you can. It's just not worth it. As time goes on and you do these exercises, you can, you'll find it eases out and you'll be able to bring it closer and closer and stretch and just reach across as much as you can. Stretch, and then at the same time you're going to be squeezing those glutes, because that old people droop, once it starts, and the pancake, they're not easy to get rid of. So you got to keep going, and then stretch, and then relax. And we're going to do the same with the left arm. Bring your left arm up, shoulder height, across to your right, and reach as much as you can, and use your right hand to support. And again, you got to make sure that you're stretching out your torso, so you're separating the bottom of your ribs from your hips. Pull your tummy in and squeeze those glutes at the same time. And remember to keep your shoulder down, June. I'm trying. And reach. and then relax. And we're going to do 2 each side. It is kind of painful. And again, raise your right arm up. Bring it slowly across to your left. No rushing, no pushing. These are not exercises. This is not designed to cause you any harm. This is just designed to help get you going through the day. Start your day off in the right. And support with your left arm if you need to. Reach across, stretch out. And yes, remember to breathe. That is true. That is so true, Gomez. I often find myself not breathing. And the times that I've been in hospital, I've had nurses say to me, "Would you stop talking and breathe?" And with your left arm, bring your left arm up, shoulder height, slowly move it across to the right. And you can drop your shoulder down and support with your right arm if you need to. Don't push in. As you do, the more you do these exercises, the more you do this, the more you'll it'll loosen up here, and you'll be able to bring it further and closer. And squeeze your glutes, separate your torso out, pull your tummy button in, and then relax. And drop your arm down. And if you need to, give your shoulder a little bit of a roll, a little bit of a shimmy, just to help it relax out. And there we go. Now this next one, you're going to be raising your arms above your head and then taking them out to the side. So it's going to be one smooth motion, but it's going to be slow. It's not, don't rush it. And if you can't get your arms all the way up, that's okay. Bring your arms up as high as you can and then slowly move them out to the side and then hold. So, okay. Now raise your arms up slowly. Yes, Adam Gomez says she will hold her breath. I often do too, sometimes during exercising. And that's why I guess sometimes it's good to talk while we're doing it. So raise your arms up. And as you're raising your arms up, stretch and reach as far as you can up to the ceiling. Now, if you're laying in bed, obviously you're going to have a headboard right here. So you can't. So bend your arms like this and raise. Push up with your elbows as high as you can. And then slowly bring your arms down to shoulder height. And then hold it. And then hold it. And then hold it. And then hold it. And then relax. And then again, shimmy out your shoulders if you need to. Again, we're going to do this one more time. You're going to raise your arms up slowly up above your head. Bring them if you can to opposite your ears. You're going to stretch. You're going to stretch, stretch, stretch. Squeeze in those glutes. Pull in your tummy. And separate your torso, the bottom of your ribs from the tops of your hips. And then you're going to slowly lower your arms down. Very slowly. And then relax. And again, shimmy out if you need to. Give it a gentle roll. Nothing rough, nothing fast. Adam Gomez says, I'm actually sweating. That's embarrassing if you knew the fitness that I taught. Honey, no, it's not embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a very energetic, a very, on the go. I used to be in gymnastics. I mean, and now, yeah, it's not happening no more. And Ginny says, Adam Gomez says, but I also just had my first cup of coffee and drink it kind of fast. Oh my gosh. And she said, it's not a cup, it's a mason jar. Yeah, well, a lot of people drink out of mason jars these days. There's nothing wrong in that. I mean, I have a whole set of mason jar mugs. So Ginny says the tummy button, and took me a minute to realize you were talking about the belly button. Yeah, the belly button. Oh. Oh, thank you, puppy. Thank you. You are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Now this next one, again, we're going to be raising. Bring your arms up, shoulder height, out each side. And then stretch them out as far as you can. Try to reach and touch the walls on either side of you. And then you're going to turn. As you turn, you make sure you turn your waist and your shoulders at the same time. I have terrible time doing that. And keep your head all in line. So you're going to turn slightly. Don't push any farther than you can go. And then stop. And then hold it. And at the same time, you're going to pull in your tummy button. You're going to squeeze those glutes. Stretch out your torso so that you're separating the bottom of your ribs off the top of your hips. And then slowly bring yourself round to the front again. And then relax. A lot of us have a tendency to sit like this. And you're squishing up. You're squishing up your diaphragm. You're squishing up the area for your lungs to be able to work properly. You're squishing up your digestive system so that can't work properly. You're squishing, all that is then pushing up and putting pressure on your heart. So everything you do, when you do this kind of thing, try and, I mean, I'm terrible at that myself. I can start off like this, and then I end up finding myself like this. Because it's hard work. It really is hard work, staying upright. And the more you can stay upright, the more you can do this, the more it strengthens the muscles that actually keep you upright. And you'll find it easier and easier. And again, you're going to bring your arms out, shoulder height, each side of you, and you're going to stretch out as much as you can. And then you're going to lengthen out your torso. Pull your tummy button in. And then you want to turn slowly to the right. And turn at the waist as well as your shoulders. Turn as far as you can without forcing it. And then relax. Hold it. Hold it. And then turn back to the front. Put your arms down and again relax. And if you need to, just give a little shimmy. Because I'm really feeling it here in my shoulders. My shoulders have become very tight over the past few days. Which is not good. And again, bring your arms out shoulder height. Lengthen out your torso. Pull your tummy button in and give those glutes a good squeeze. Because this is going to be one of the last. We're going to do one more turn and then that'll be it after this. And then you go, Fireman, I just saw that popped up and I'm going to start laughing. Now quit it. Turn to your left as slowly as far as you can. Keep your waist and your shoulders, if possible, in line. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And then turn back to the front and relax. Oh, you are so bad, Fireman. The pain in pain. Oh, this stretching is killing you. You're bad. And give your shoulders a good roll out. And then we're going to do one last one to the right. And then I shall just let you off for that for the day. You can all go watch the fluid motion that I did. I'm going to upload. Raise your arms up, shoulder height. Try and drop your shoulders down. Don't. If you see me doing this, tell me, drop your shoulders, June. Drop your shoulders. And then you're going to turn to the right, ever so slowly. My cat's looking at me like I've lost my mind. Turn slowly. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Separating your ribs from your hips. Pull your tummy button in. Give those glutes a good squeeze one last time. And then turn yourself in to the front and then relax. And then just shimmy your shoulders to relax them out. Just give them gentle movements and help them relax. And there you go. So that, I will leave you with that. Those you can do throughout the day. You can do one or two of them throughout the day. If you stood, cooking, you can do them. If you stood doing dishes, you can still do some while throughout the day. Even if you sat at the computer, you can, still do some of those throughout the day. Okay, let me hear. Ginny says we do arm above the head with our nose to the wall too. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do that, Ginny. And Puppy Breath said your form and movements are really lovely, even down to your fingers. Thank you, honey. That was so sweet. Tiger said I wish I was flexible. So do I. I'm not as flexible as I used to be, that's for sure. And Ginny said when I first found her on her stretching videos and thought she had been a dancer. And she has dancer moves. Yeah, well, I did. I used to dance. A long time ago. Puppy Beth says, back to work. Thanks, June. You have a good day, everyone. You have a good day too, Puppy Breath. You take care, honey, and we'll see you again. Bye. Thanks for stopping in, sweetie. Yeah, killing me, killing. Honestly, fireman. What are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you? Gomez Adams says, Fireman, pretend you're driving downtown. And Fireman says, why can't I fast forward through the exercising? Oh, dear me. You are absolutely nuts. What are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you, Fireman? What are we going to do with you, huh? Gosh, one of these days. Ginny said that really opened up the chest. Yes, it does. She said she still has pain there where they wired it back together. Yes, and she said that's a good one for that. Yes, it will be painful for a while, honey. While it's healing, it's amazing. Some things can heal pretty quickly, and some things can take a while to heal. So keep going, Ginny. You can do it, girl. You can do it. And Gomez Adams says, everyone, I want to thank you all for the love. You are so welcome, honey. And I really, truly hope that you still keep coming. Or that you come when you can. And, please try and reach out to any one of us. If you need to have a gab during the day, reach out to us. We'll be there for you. If you two, Ginny, if you would like to give Gomez Adams a way to contact you here in the chat, I will delete it immediately afterwards. Okay, Gia, Facebook Messenger. Yep, you can contact her through Facebook Messenger. Good idea. Same name. This is yes. I love my community. I really do. I hear people saying that they have the best community, and I sit there and I just smile and I go, you don't know my community. You don't know the community that we have here. Because everybody really does care about the other person. We do care about each other in the community here. I know there are channels that say they do, but they don't. They don't stay in touch. They really don't. Mucka says he doesn't have one. That's okay. That's okay, Mucka. That's okay. You have an about you have don't you have an about tab on your YouTube channel? Mucka. Because if you do, that's the way somebody can get in touch with you is through that because there's a thing on there for people to send messages. Yeah, um, I could stay on longer, like like I did today. What time do you normally get up? Ginny. Oh, Ginny. Oh, dear me, honey. That's okay, sweetie. We all do that. We all do that. We'll be typing something and something suddenly appears and it's like, where did that come from? Um, yes, they do. Yes, they do. That is so true. Sometimes they last for a good while. Yep, yep, yep. That is true. That is so true. Oh, Lucas says Ginny Bullock. Yes, we could all smell it. Oh my goodness. Okay, Tiger. Tiger says I have to go now. Really had an exhausted day today at work. Take care, honey. Lots of love. And we'll talk to you again soon. You try and relax, honey. Okay? Have a good evening. Have a good night. And I hope you can have a good weekend, Tiger. I hope you're not working too much over the weekend. Oh my gosh. Honestly. Okay, before I go, I didn't do this yet, and I'm sorry that I didn't. I'm gonna say good morning. Yeah, that counts. That counts, Ginny. That counts. Oh dear me. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm gonna say good morning, Quincy, because he's often peeking in. Sometimes he will, you know, let us know that he's there. Um, it's 7:30 a.m. right now in Seattle, and she usually falls asleep around 5 a.m., which is when I'm getting on and doing this. Yes, that is so true. That is so true. Before me, there is Iron Dog. Now he doesn't do any stretching, but he's on an hour before me. Iron Dog 63. He comes on an hour before me. So if you're up then, you could go talk to him and let me know if you join our chat early, if you join the live stream, and then what we'll do is we'll do the exercising first. So, and then we'll do the pleasantries afterwards. If that would help you, Gomez Adams, because I really would love to see you come back. I really would. Because I think you have a lot to share with this community, as well, not just your mind, but also your personality. I think you would fit in just beautifully with us all. I really do. Because we're all a little bit crazy. So I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are in the universe. And remember, when you look somebody in the eye, that you can actually say, I see you. Because you never know what somebody is going through when you see them, because not everything shows outwardly. And one day you could be that person that you're looking at. So remember to be kind, thoughtful, caring, and loving. And one step at a time, one breath at a time, I can do this. I love you all. Thank you all so much. I do appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate everything that you give to the community, and you're all just such beautiful souls, and I am truly blessed for each and every one of you, because you've all touched my heart right here. I love you. Bye bye.